Hello bakers, we are starting a very interesting 10 series episode on how to successfully establish a bakery in Kenya and also in any other part of the world. In today's episode, we are focusing on the first step which you must consider before you start a bakery. And that first step is something we call market research. By market research, the aim is to be able to understand your client or your target customer who you are going to sell your baked product to, so that will affect or will affect the decisions that you make in terms of equipment choice, even the type of product that you are going to bake. And remember, the type of product that you are going to bake actually in itself affects the type of equipment and the setup of bakery that you're going to do. So before further ado, let's start. What is the importance of this market research? And before we do that, what does it actually entail? It is trying to study the market in which you want to set up a bakery in terms of the customers, the target client, or the buyer's age, location, income status or income levels, and behaviors such as movement, how they move, when they start to come in the morning, in the evening, what time they will buy, and even try to understand their preferences in terms of do they like sugary products or salty, or what kind of product. Even religion will affect the consumption, and even beliefs, personal beliefs that they have will affect the type of product that they consume from your bakery. Without thinking much, I will demonstrate how the market research affects choice of equipment and how important it is. So market research in itself will help you. Why should you do market research? It will help you to exactly hone in or be spot on the product that you are going to produce, so that you don't waste time trying to market a wrong product to the target customers. So it will allow you to have a very easy time, because you produce exactly the product that your buyer needs. And therefore, it will save you a lot of marketing, trying to push the product in the market. It will just like switching on a button, and your bakery will grow exponentially without any much struggle. So that's why it is a very key, critical part of setting up your bakery. Let's go back. What things are you going to study what major things should you check when you are setting up a bakery in a certain locality? One, the demographics of this person in terms of age, religion, income levels. This affects the choice of the type of bakery and the products you're going to bake. Because, for example, let me take, for example, age. If you are in an area with a much older generation, maybe there are many homes for the elderly or something, then you know that you will not do a lot of sugary products, for example, cakes and so on and so forth. And even if you do cakes, you might consider to do less sugar cakes or eggless cakes, very healthy products for this kind of population, because that population is looking for healthy type of products. You might consider, therefore, to focus on wholemeal bread or 8-grain bread, healthy type of breads. And therefore, that will affect the machines that you will need. So you will not go on choosing things like pastry sheeter or cake mixers and so on. So you'll focus exactly on producing that particular product. And therefore, let's take also the issue of location of your target client. There is another setup of bakery that has come up recently, whereby because of urbanization, we have skyscrapers coming up, large estates, apartments with, let's say, 1,000 houses. In such a place, you could find that there are 5,000 people. In that place, in that location, what is the income level of that? In some apartments, it's very high-end, luxury, others middle, others low level. So based on that, you will decide or design your bakery to produce the type of products that match each one of these particular client bases. And for example, for the very luxury apartments setting, you will need to focus on high-level pastries, cakes, and such kind of products. Even for breads, you'll do special breads. And therefore, it will affect the type of equipment that you'll do. In the middle range, it will be the same, but maybe you'll focus on giving other products that are more affordable, and so on and so forth. So the location of your target client is very important. In some cases, the bakery you set up, maybe you are targeting students in schools. And these students, remember, they are in different schools, spread all over the place. It means, therefore, you have to focus on providing affordable, good quality products. Not very luxury, but in the middle range, affordable, good quality, that will give you also a profit margin. And at that moment, you need to consider things like buns, scones, bread, rolls, and such kind of products. Because the school also, they would like products that can be easily divided to give students maybe one piece of a bun, and so on and so forth. And that kind of bakery will be like a mini factory, which is set up in any place in that case, because it's not, we are not targeting walk-ins like in an urban setting or in a busy estate. We are specifically producing for a client who is based in a school somewhere. So we will focus on bread, buns, scones, rolls, and such kind of products, and we'll produce them not in an urban setting, in any place, so long as we meet the production standards, so that we now find a way of taking that product to that particular client. So it means, that's why this tells you that you will, in such a case, you will need to invest in a way of distributing your products, because the target client is not where you are producing. They are somewhere in a school or something. So you need to invest in a way, in a distribution mechanism. So these are just introductory tips. This being the first episode, they're just introductory tips on the most important first step you need to consider before you come to us to talk about equipment. Come to us when you've done your research. You know the income level, the location of your target client, the preferences, the age, maybe religion inclinations that affect consumption of products, and so on and so forth. And this will make it easy for you when it comes to stage 2, which we will talk in our next episode. So stay tuned. If you are in TikTok, follow us. If you are on YouTube, click the notification bell so that when we go to episode 2, you'll get this information. I would like to ask you, have you started a bakery before? Are you planning to start one? Did you do market research, or did you actually know that you needed to do some initial market research? And what did you find out? And did that information help you in deciding what kind of bakery, what kind of equipment, where, and what products are you going to bake? Give us your comments below, and remember to stay tuned, because very soon we'll go to episode 2. And remember, we have up to episode 10 on how to establish a successful bakery in Kenya and in any part of the world. Thank you so much for listening.